Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Inside TK. My name's Avra and I do our ATD social media. And I'm here with April. April, what do you do for ATD?
So I'm ATD's Director of Conferences and Events. I lead the team to plan and execute everything that happens on site at all of our events.
Fabulous. So we have been talking about TechKnowledge 2020 for a long time now. We're very excited about it. What is ATD TK going to be like? What can participants expect out of their experience?
You know, I think one of my favorite parts of TK and all of the time and thought and effort we put into it is that it will not be like anything you expect. And so we just want to set that out there to begin with. We have intentionally kind of broken everything apart about this program. We've redeveloped the schedule, we've taken away some things that we used to do that which always happened, like our expo, and put into place a whole new structure. So I think the best part about TK is you really don't know what to expect, and that means you can create your own journey. So it truly is about you, the learner, and getting the experience you want to have. So whether that is shorter sessions, more opportunities to engage with facilitators and your colleagues, different ways to interact with some of our supplier partners, so not just walking by exhibit booths, but actually being able to connect with them in more meaningful ways, dig deeper into their technologies. Really and truly, we've tried to create an absolutely spectacular experience for you that hopefully will blow your expectations out of the water.
Awesome. So there's a lot going on at TK. We talked about the playground, we talked about our general session with the main stage, we talked about the different aspects of being able to interact with our sponsors. I heard there's going to be a TK pledge. Tell me more about that.
Absolutely. So, you know, I think you could take the term pledge to be a little overbearing in some situations, and that's not what the intention is. Really and truly, it's like the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts when you take the pledge. It's about setting the intentionality for the experience. And that's what the TK pledge is designed to do too. We know that this is a different experience. We know it's going to stretch you outside of your comfort zone. And the pledge is really to give you that mental note to start the experience off right, to kick off your curiosity, broaden your horizons, and really set yourself up for a few days of great success on site at TK.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit more about the conference app?
Absolutely. So one of the many things we've changed for this year is our conference app. And so we've moved to a new platform called Pathable. And the great part about Pathable, there's a number of different things, but a couple of my favorite features is that there's a lot more flexibility in how you can interact and discuss and meet other people through the app.
So there's a lot of networking.
A lot of networking.
Awesome.
So there's discussion boards attached to each different session. So if you have a question about the session in advance that you want the facilitator to see, you can post it there. If you want to start a conversation with other people who are planning to attend that session, you can do it within the session. There's broad general boards, so you can post, hey, is anybody interested in going to dinner? Or what should I know about going to visit San Jose? But the other really great piece is it allows you to schedule one-on-one meetings or one-to-many meetings with other people in the app. So Avra, let's say I was searching through the app, which you can do, and say, I'm really interested in video production. I find Avra, she's also interested in video production. I want to get together with her. I can actually schedule a meeting with Avra, look at our mutual availability based on what we've added to our agendas, and we can schedule time together. Avra can push back and say, hey, this is not the best time for me, and reschedule and propose a different
because
time.
I want to go to the playground.
Absolutely. But ultimately, it gives us that opportunity to really connect on site. And we've
Awesome.
created some dedicated meeting points on site so that you're not just saying, hey, let's go meet at the Starbucks and trying to find a seat, but you'll have a spot that you can actually sit down, have a productive conversation, and be able to really engage with your peers.
Awesome. So if you're already signed up for TK, definitely make sure to log into the app.
Yes.
And start that. So, question for you. We have talked about in these episodes a lot of amazing and incredible things about TK. In your mind, what's the number one reason why people should sign up?
The number one reason people should sign up. I don't even know what the number one is. I have so many ideas in my head about what I'm so excited for about this program. I think really and truly the level of content that we've been able to put together this year is spectacular. ATD as an organization, we always do a great job with our programming. You know you're going to get the same level and quality and reliability behind the content, but we've really turned the dial up this year, delivered a truly spectacular program. What's happening on the main stage and our super sessions gives you some of the key luminaries in the field without a lot of conflicting other things going on. So you're not fighting 15 or 20 different sessions to see some of the biggest names like Carl Kopp and Britt Andreatta. You're really and truly like able to focus on what you want to focus on. And that's kind of how the whole program is designed. It's letting you focus on what you really want to focus on and giving you all of those opportunities to explore.
Mm-hmm. Amazing content programming, awesome networking opportunities. What are some valuable takeaways from TK?
In terms of
like what participants can expect to walk away with.
Absolutely. So I think every individual session is going to have great takeaways and learning opportunities. In addition to what the facilitators are going to do in the room, we've also created session recaps that give you those key highlights and some additional follow-up resources that you can go back and reference when you're back in the office or sharing resources with colleagues, so you don't feel the need to have to do it all during the session, all while you're on site there. And then I think the other good takeaway is going to a conference is so much about who is there and what those other people have. And so what I challenge everybody who's coming to TK is to really take advantage of everyone else who's there, because these are your people. They're in the trenches with you. They're performing the same things on this daily basis. They feel your struggles and your pain points. And I can guarantee there is someone there who can help you through whatever that challenge is, and then that person will be there for you after the conference as well. So take the time at TK to explore, to find those people who are your peers and your colleagues who have the same challenges, and work together to be able to create those bonds that can last outside of the event through the rest of the year, so that you guys can really help each other. And that's what we hope to do in creating a live event experience, is to be able to bring people together. So I hope everyone can take advantage of that and really be able to keep that going after the event.
Excellent. What is one piece of advice you have for people going to TK?
Plan. I think 2020 is my year of intentionality. It is certainly that way for TK. But I think the more intentional you can be with the experience, because there is so much going on, because there are so many opportunities, taking the time in advance to sit down and map out what you want to do, to seek out a few of those people who you may want to have conversations with, to explore the sponsors and their technologies and say, hey, this seems interesting, I want to be sure I hit this demo session or this demo session, schedule time with the sponsors if you want to have a more in-depth conversation. But the more intentional you can be about your TK experience, the more you're going to be able to get out of it. And so that is my number one piece of advice, is please plan and please be intentional with what you're doing, because otherwise I fully recognize there is so much going on and it can be overwhelming. But if you take the time and make a little bit of upfront investment to coordinate that schedule, it's going to be so worth it at the end.
Yes, absolutely. You mentioned 2020. We are about to enter a new decade. I'm sure you've read all the think pieces and everything about that. But as we approach a new decade, what is something that's top of mind for you?
You know, in the event space, we've been talking about the experience economy for the last couple of years, and I don't think it's anything that's going to go away anytime soon. So I'm continually looking at what is the experience we're delivering, how does that compare to what people are receiving in their consumer lives, and what does that mean for what we need to be able to deliver on site, and the resources and the amenities that we need to have. What does it mean in terms of how we're executing? And I think that really translates into what all of our learning designers are doing as well. It's all about
it's all about the learner.
It's all about the learner.
Yeah.
And so how are we taking that thoughtfulness and consideration of how people are experiencing things in their day-to-day and translating it into what we need them to be able to do in their learning.
Excellent. So as we've done in our previous episodes, we're going to get to know you a little bit better. What is something not on your LinkedIn profile?
Yes. So something not on my LinkedIn profile. I'll just start by saying there is an event for absolutely everything and absolutely everyone. And so one of the things that's not on my LinkedIn profile is I actually helped start and kind of create a cannabis event that ultimately did not work out for a number of reasons, but had a really interesting time exploring that whole world, trying to understand the different policies and regulations and all of the variances between state regulations and what was happening. The ultimate goal was to try and create more of a national viewpoint so that business owners could have more consistency and be able to expand across state lines in a better way. For a number of reasons that did not work out, but I think that's one of the more interesting things that I've done, one of the most interesting experiences I've had in terms of event design.
To really start from scratch.
Scratch and build a whole experience and try and figure out the audience and make it work. But at the end of the day, funding ran out, and that is a key element to any event. So
Absolutely. So Now we have a series of would you rather questions.
Oh my goodness.
So, would you rather have a rewind button in your life or a pause button?
I feel like with as much as I've said the word intentionality in this, it should be pause button, but really and truly it's a rewind button. Because I feel like there's so many moments when I'm like, hold on, I have a really good comment for that or a really good response, but it comes to me just like 4 seconds
Just after,
too late.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the rewind button.
Excellent. Would you rather be fluent in all languages or a master of every instrument?
Ooh. That's a really tough one because I really enjoy music and I think being an expert in every instrument would be fascinating. But with as much as we do with international groups and different audiences, I think being able to be fluent in any language and be able to have that conversation with my attendees would be a better life skill to have for what I do.
And last one, would you rather control your dreams or be able to watch your dreams the next day?
So I kind of have that deja vu freakiness where I experience my dreams later on.
Okay.
So that really freaks me out, so I don't want to do that. I would much rather control my dreams.
Awesome.